Ever wondered how Netflix knows what you want to watch next? Well, it's not magic, my friends. It's the wonders of predictability algorithms. These clever bits of code are the silent observers of our online actions, constantly learning and predicting our next move. They're the reason why Spotify always knows the perfect song to play next, or why Amazon seems to know exactly what you need before you even realize it. They're like the digital equivalent of that friend who always remembers your birthday, your favorite pizza topping, and the name of your first pet. It's almost unsettling, isn't it? Like these algorithms know us better than our closest friends and family, or even ourselves. Perhaps they're the ultimate BFFs or the most attentive partners we could ask for, or maybe they're just really nosy. So, in essence, these algorithms are like that nosy neighbor who knows everything about everyone. Now, you might be wondering, how do these algorithms know so much about us? Well, meet their brain, the neural networks. Let's imagine a neural network is like your grandma's brain. You know, the one who forgets where she kept her glasses, but remembers every tiny detail of a story she narrated 20 years ago? Picture this. Grandma's brain is a web of neurons, each one holding a tiny piece of information. The more she repeats a story, the stronger the connections between these neurons become. So, even if she forgets where she kept her glasses, she never forgets her favorite tales. Similarly, a neural network is a web of interconnected nodes or artificial neurons. Each node holds a piece of data. The more the network is trained with this data, the stronger the connections become, allowing it to make astonishingly accurate predictions. Indeed, our grandma's secret to her sharp memory is actually a neural network in disguise. Now let's get our hands dirty, but don't worry, we're not gardening, we're coding. Python, you see, is the Swiss Army knife of programming languages. It's like the universal translator in those sci-fi shows. If an alien landed on Earth, we could probably teach it Python before we even figured out its native squiggles and squawks. I mean, if your pet turtle could code, it would probably choose Python. But why is Python so popular? Well, it's simple, flexible, and has a massive community that creates and maintains libraries for just about anything. Need to calculate the 100th digit of pi while standing on one foot? There's a Python library for that. Want to predict tomorrow's weather with the accuracy of a groundhog? Yep, Python has you covered. So, when it comes to predictability algorithms, Python is like a trusty old friend. It's got tools like pandas for data manipulation, NumPy for numerical computations, and scikit-learn for machine learning. It's like a buffet of mathematical wizardry, all at your fingertips. And the best part? Python's syntax is so intuitive that it feels like you're writing in plain English. If Shakespeare were alive today, he'd probably be writing sonnets in Python. It's so easy to grasp that you'll be creating your own predictability algorithms faster than you can say, Monty Python's Flying Circus. So there you have it, folks. Python, the language so easy, even your grandma could code her own neural network. Now that we've introduced our universal translator, let's see it in action. Imagine Python as a dog trainer and a neural network as a very excited, very bouncy puppy. To teach the puppy to fetch, the trainer has to show it how, right? It's the same with Python and neural networks. Python, our dog trainer, uses libraries like TensorFlow and PyTorch to teach our neural network puppy some impressive tricks. Just like a puppy learns through repetition and reward, a neural network learns through training and validation. The more it practices, the better it gets. Python commands the neural network to perform tasks over and over, tweaking and refining its performance each time, just like giving a treat when the puppy fetches the ball correctly. But what about when the puppy doesn't fetch the ball? Well, that's where Python's error handling comes in. It's like when the trainer says, no, that's not a ball, that's a squirrel, and redirects the puppy's focus back to the task at hand. Python does the same, guiding the neural network back on track when it makes a mistake. And just like any good dog trainer knows, it's important to know when to stop. With Python, we can set a limit to how many times the neural network is trained, preventing it from overfitting, or in dog terms, from becoming too obsessed with fetching that it forgets to eat or sleep. And there you have it, folks. With Python and a dash of patience, you too can teach an old neural network new tricks.